Here for another Tuesday webinar, and we are so excited to have a special guest, Karter McCoy. I'd love to get him introduced in just a second. Of course, we have our disclaimer. As always, NuView Trust serves as your custodian for alternative assets. NuView does not provide legal, tax, nor investment advice, nor do we sell investments. We custody IRAs, ESAs, and HSAs that hold alternative assets that are directed by you, the client. So, what is a self directed IRA? As always, self directed IRA is just an IRA in which the IRA owner self directs all the assets inside of it, but all IRA types are able to be self directed. So, I'd love to go over and share the screen with my buddy Karter. Please introduce yourself and start giving us your wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, thank you for introducing me. I'm going to go ahead and share my full screen. Can you see it good?
See it great.
Perfect. How do I? There you go. So I own National Premier Properties, and a little bit about us. I do have a partner who we both own at 50-50. Obviously, he's not here today, but he has combined experience. We have about 51 years of just in the general terms of real estate. It doesn't narrow it down just to land, but just in general, we do combined experience of $300 million of real estate sales, leases, 1031 tax exchanges, and just different forms of real estate. Whether that's he has a lot of experience in condo conversions and various apartment complexes, stuff like that. About 26 years ago is when he majorly started focusing in lot acquiring and disposition of those. Started out, we've probably done about a combined of 5,300 lots now, combined, which went over about 20 states. It's probably about 23 now, just because we're starting to try to expand that and try different communities. But that's happened the past 20 to 25 years. The goal and mission of our company is for everybody to afford real estate. So whether that's, somebody that doesn't even live here and, they just have a passport, or they have all these different things that they might not want to buy a house here, but they want to own something here to visit, park their camper on, or whatever the case is. We want everybody to be able to afford it. Everybody knows everything's expensive now. It's super high for everybody. So just trying to get, everybody to be able to own that American dream of owning property. How we help IRA buyers. So we have sold to many, many people that have done IRAs, that own real estate through them. You can purchase through various forms of IRAs, but main focus that people don't usually do is non-recourse. So for instance, you bought something for whatever reason, obviously things happen, somebody can't pay for it. Non-recourse means we're not going to go for the entirety of an IRA or, your personal assets or anything like that. All we want is our property back, and it's all good. We don't do any coming after you or anything like that, which many people obviously lean away from because that's their security of, everybody would be afraid to stop paying you if something went wrong. But we're not trying to go at anybody's throats. All we care about is just getting what we gave to you back. But usually that's not an issue. It's very little that ever happens. But we only offer that to IRA buyers. So we don't offer that to just your normal individual that isn't buying, through custodians and all the things. The reason why we sell to IRAs, obviously appreciation of assets. You don't have to deal with the toilets, tenants, all those, headaches. Obviously, we've done plenty of real estate transactions. We know how difficult it is to deal with some of those things. Every land transaction we do is always going to be in a resort community. We don't do anything, 10 acres in the middle of Arizona or something like that. Everything's in a resort community with golf courses, pools, lakes, pretty much every single community we have. We even have some with casinos in Missouri. So That's pretty much what we offer to IRA buyers. I mean, obviously it's not unlimited, so it's definitely very limited on the amount of land that there is. So always have to remember that. We can't make any more of it. Obviously people always want to buy land. Land's always increasing in value. If the land decreases for value for some reason, then somebody's done something to make it like that. And I don't really know how that could be done. But yeah, just a little bit more non-recourse. IRA can hold the property for as long as you want. Doesn't put your personal assets at risk. So obviously, like I told you, bankrupt, any of the things that could happen, you wouldn't have an issue with, as long as we get our property back. So that means just you can hold it. IRS regulations, of course. That's why you have your custodians, and you can just diversify because we sell our lands great prices, and it's pretty hard to beat those prices. Communities. I just put a little small tab in here. We have the Osage Nation Golf Club, which is in Missouri. It's in a community near the Four Seasons, which we're primarily focused in. Then we got another picture of something called the Cove. That's where all you're going to have your, $4, $5, $6, $7 million homes. That's when they have helicopter pads on a lot of these lots that are, with homes, and they hold every year this huge boat race. It's primarily probably 20 or 30 boats, and they're all very renowned, boat racers. And all the people that live right on the lake with the helicopter pads, they fly in, they watch it, and it's a pretty cool event. They're building a casino right there for $350 million, and so it's going to bring a lot of people in, a lot of focus. So next picture is going to be Cherokee Village, Arkansas. It's a community that was developed probably 50 years ago, and it's a beautiful community, tons of stuff to do. I mean, everything under the boat that you could do. Tons of jet skis, boats and all that. Everybody's out there doing that all the time. And then the next picture is Treasure Lake in Du Bois, Pennsylvania. I think I said Du Bois, but it's a gated community. Yeah, I think this one is 7,000 or 8,000 acres community. Beautiful community, 24-hour security. I mean, it has every amenity you could imagine. It has pickleball courts, pools, lakes, golf courses. The inside facilities, workout rooms, all the things, indoor and outdoor pools. In conclusion, we offer, invest in sunny resort community lots through various forms of IRAs, non-recourse seller financing, or we do offer for IRAs lower cash prices. So this approach allows investors to acquire appreciating land assets without risking personal finances, all with enjoying the tax advantages of an IRA. So with affordable payment options, of course, it just depends on the property, but we do discounts for full payment in full, and we make it pretty easy. Information page, there's our website at the very top, which you would probably have to scroll down and inquire, just because we would have to do something different for IRAs. But that's where you can check out community tab, about us. If you want to check some questions out that people have had or past reviews, anything like that, you can check our webpage out. It's pretty simple webpage. There's my phone number. Call with questions. Email. You can email me any of your questions. I'd be happy to answer. There's some newspapers that like featured us. We got the Borough Pulse, which is just a local, and then we also have some Spanish magazines in like the Panhandle area. There's been 2 or 3 others, but I couldn't find the actual links. I think they were older links. So, but there's just a couple you can check out and just read about it and see what they say. But yeah, that's pretty much the rundown of what I do. But it's a very interesting market right now for almost everybody. So just trying to make everything affordable when we can, as much as we can. So yeah, that's kind of the spill on that.
So, what are some considerations that you guys take into mind when you guys are qualifying somebody for a non-recourse loan?
Well, one thing about us, everybody's qualified. So we don't ask, hey, have you been bankrupt before? Hey, have you had an eviction? Hey, have you stopped paying your credit cards? We don't ask any of it. We just want to make sure. The only thing we require, obviously, is a down payment, and just the simple qualities of being a nice human, and just don't be rude, or at least answer the phone, or text if you're going to be late. Text. Don't just ignore and not ever hear from us again. If you're going to be late on a payment, or it's going to be 3 days late because that's when you get paid, just tell us. I mean, we're very easy people in that. We understand people have other bills, people have other things to do. So, especially in IRA, obviously, sometimes money's very limited, sometimes money's not, it just depends on your financial situation of your life. And so if somebody says, hey, I always get paid on the 15th, like a lot of people end up saying, we always have our payments due on the first, but if they end up saying, before we ever get started, they say, well, I get paid on the 15th, so it's going to be hard for me. Okay, well, let's just move it to the 15th.
Right.
That's completely fine with us. It's whatever that fits, you. Obviously, it has to be, ideal terms, but we're completely fine. If you get paid on that day and that's when you want to pay it, then that's fine with us. And so just everybody's qualified. We want everybody to be able to afford something.
All right, I like it. And then when it comes to this type of investment, who is the investor that this type of investment is for? Like the ideal investor, who should consider investing in this in your deals?
Probably. I mean, it depends on your portfolio, I guess that I should say, because we get different ranges of buyers. Of course, we get the calls that say, "Hey, I want to go build a house. I've been looking at this area. My daughter lives here, or whatever the case is." And we get those buyers, but then we also get the buyers that maybe are, maybe tighter on funds, and they're like, "Well, I really want to buy something so I can put my RV on, and you get those buyers, and then you also get the people that say, "Hey, I want to buy 10 and I want to hold them for 2 years and then I want to go sell them." You get those people, and then we have it's a variety of buyers. So it really just depends on the portfolio that they have, or if they're looking to expand portfolio. Land, obviously, if somebody owns 10 apartment complexes, they're probably not moving out of apartment complexes. They like what they're doing. Versus, me and my partner have done different, various of real estate transactions, and we don't really want to deal with the headache of, the toilets, the tenant issues, all the issues that sometimes it comes up, which everybody knows it's in that field that's going to happen, and that's just part of the pros and cons of the business. But
Mhm.
with land, we don't really have those issues, so that saves us that headache. So probably, I guess in IRA form would probably be just expanding a portfolio of saying, hey, I want to own real estate. This is affordable real estate. Let me buy it. Regardless, lands. Disclaimer here, but land's always appreciating pretty much. Um, in any form, I feel like. I don't know how somebody can mess up a piece of land, unless they just, dug right in the middle of it and just kept digging or something. But it could just be filled. So other than that, pretty much just anybody, anybody that's looking to own a piece of real estate.
Diversify their property and not have to deal with the toilets and tenants, like you said.
Exactly, exactly. So I think that's
Awesome.
the best answer for that one.
And then, do you have any special considerations that investors should take in mind if they're interested in learning more?
Yeah, of course, I always recommend checking out our website. Checking out our website pretty much has every question um, revolving the communities. So if somebody says, "Oh, can you tell me a little bit more about this community?" It's probably already got all the pictures of the community, videos for the community. Most of our communities have some type of video that say, that go around an aerial of the community, tells all about it, when it was developed, all the things, and then tells you a highlight of it. It's 13,000 acres, 15 pools, all these different things, and so I would say probably checking out our website and then probably calling me. Always, I'm fine with a phone call, even if it's a quick question, or you just want to understand. I mean, even if they're not, buying right now, it's just understanding, how it all works. I'm fine with that. I mean, especially because we've sold to many IRA buyers in different forms. Obviously, not just through NuView or all these different other ones. So just yeah, just call or check out our website.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on here and sharing your knowledge with us. We always like to have people like you come on and talk about different investment types. I feel like a lot of people, it brings a lot of value. People don't know that there are these types of investments out there to invest in. So it's very important and special when we have someone like you come and talk about what they have to offer. So thank you so much again for sharing. And as always, if you want to use your IRA to invest, please scan our QR code, and I'd love to hop on a call with you and discuss further. And as always, stay up to date on all of our social media channels, like, share, and subscribe, and share it with people who you could share the knowledge with. It's important to share the knowledge when you can. So thank you.